Brycen NEAL opened up the season with a big win at Big Buck. We are here for round number 2. Can the Phoenix Racing Yamaha keep it going and stay perfect here in the sands of Florida? GNCC on MAV TV starts now.
Are you ready to go? GNCC Racing!
Hello and welcome to round number 2 of the 2023 Grand National Cross Country Racing Series presented by Specialized and AMA National Championship. We are here in Palatka, Florida for this, the Moose Racing Wild Boar GNCC. And as always, we begin with the Specialized race recap. Round number 1, Wild, as usual, as we expect. Jared McClure off to a great start, grabbing the whole shot. Had some heat, some smoke from the Cole train. Cole Richardson in that number 2 spot early. Brycen NEAL, middle of the pack start for him, but eventually he didn't waste time. Let's be honest. He found himself out front fairly early and really never looked back. Controlled the pace of the race. Of course, the big news, if you're just tuning in, if you did not know, no Walker Fowler this year. So, hey, who's going to step up and challenge Brycen NEAL? Hunter Hart and Cole Richardson had some incredible battles throughout the day, but really for the number 2 spot, it was the Brycen NEAL show. Somebody has got to step up and challenge B. NEAL early in these. Nonetheless, great results really by all 3. It's early in the season. We know it's a long season. Anything can happen, but boy, the Bidwell Bullet just picking up really right where he left off in 2023. Ended up bringing it home for the first checkered flag of the year in this ATV Pro Class. And elated, excited, and really looks almost effortless. We caught up with Brycen after the race, but oh, how about this? John Glotta at the end of that one on the rear grab bar of Hunter Hart for that final podium position. Keep your eyes on John Glotta this year. Taking a look at that top 10 again. NEAL taking the win. The Cole train finishing in the 2 spot. Hunter Hart 3rd. And we saw right there Glotta right on the heels of Hart.
Oh, man, Big Buck and Tiger Run, they treat me real good. I really like the soil down here, the dirt. The track is just, today was just amazing. The dirt bike guys are going to absolutely love this place tomorrow. Had traction everywhere you went, had a good flow, but the guys, they threw in a lot of new stuff, too. They had a whole different flow today off the old, normal fast-flowing trails, a lot of twisty, turny, left, right, up, down on the off-cambers. Made for some good track, for some good racing.
Well, we fast forward to today, and here we go. For 2 hours, these guys battle in the sands of Florida. Some things of note, the palmettos, they reach up, they grab your machine. They are gnarly, to say the least. But here we go. XC1 Pro Class off and rolling. All Balls Racing Whole Shot Award up for grabs. And how about this? The rookie, the 621 of Wyatt Wilkin, goes up and gets it from Jared McClure. Boy, somebody remind this young man he's a rookie, because he's not riding like it right now. What an impressive start for Wyatt Wilkin. I got to think that's a box he's checked off, a goal perhaps this season. Going to be difficult for him to lead this whole race as a rookie, but nonetheless, fantastic start for him. Looking through the riders rolling through right there. Man. McClure in 2nd, Merritt 3rd, NEAL back at about 4th, and McGill rounding out the top 5. Here we go with the XC2 class now. B&R Motorsports Whole Shot up for grabs as the XC2, the always hungry XC2. Ooh, little checkup from the neck up right there from Tanner Walker as he shuts the door. I believe that was Stephen Harrell, Stephen Harrell in the number 2 spot. We'll see how it sorts out as we get into the woods here. But great start for Tanner Walker on that 9-2 backed ride into the woods. Okay, yeah, that is Stephen Harrell out in front now, leading the way in the XC2 class. Harrell actually took the win at the Big Buck GNCC to open the season. A rider that didn't come up through the ranks of GNCC, didn't start really racing until just a few years ago, and has caught on. Very, very talented, and I think a lot of promise in Steve Harrell this season. Here we go with the pro class, and it is still Wyatt Wilkin out in front. Impressive stuff by the rookie. Again, how long can he hang on to that? Such a huge learning curve, stepping up from the XC2 to the XC1. The speed, you hear these guys talk about just the speed and hanging with them for 2 full hours. And BRYCEN NEAL already on the move. Again, he had another, not quite middle of the pack start, but not the best start for B. NEAL, but already up into the 3 spot. Looks like McGill's dropped a couple of positions, but having a pretty good ride so far. Here we go. Hey, the rookie's out in front. Wyatt Wilkin makes some history today. This broadcast of GNCC Racing on MAV TV is brought to you by Specialized. It's you, only faster. And Rocky Mountain ATVMC.com. Get ready. And welcome back to GNCC here on MAV TV. You're watching the Moose Racing Wild Boar from the sands of Florida. Love it. Ramp it, skip it. You got choices. Hey, more than just racing, we have some fun at GNCCs. There's no doubt about that. Certainly a family atmosphere. Fuel Ministry's always on board with us for the Palaca round, and they've always got a really cool a pit bike event, little time trials, almost like an enduro or sprint enduro, at least their version of it for the pit bikes in the sand. And all for fun, but certainly one of the fan favorites down in the sands of Palaca. They always bring a few pit bikes. If you don't have one, you can borrow one from them. Basically, got to have mom and dad come sign for you if you're under 18 and go have some fun. It's all timed. It's all for fun, but again, no shortage of things to do if you ever find yourself out at a GNCC event. Love it. New leader, Jared McClure, out in front in this one, so the rookie falls back 1 position, still in the number 2 spot. There's Merritt. Merritt, great start for him. Let's talk about Merritt for a brief second here. Josh Merritt, there's Jay Shad right there. Can't miss Jay Shad. Love the headlights. Thanks, buddy. But nonetheless, Josh Merritt had some high hopes coming into last season. I don't think things ever really came to fruition for him, so I'm expecting some big things out of him this year. Look at the roost through the FMF PowerPoint. Jared McClure laying it on BRYCEN NEAL, and NEAL unfazed. Just keeps pushing the issue. There's a reason that man is the champ. But boy, the wily veteran that is Jared McClure on that Honda, doing well out in front in this one right now. And there is, well, I thought that was Wyatt Wilkin. No, so Wyatt Wilkin drops back a few positions. There is Austin Abney coming up through the back of the pack, through the FMF PowerPoint, a gnarly section of the track down here in Florida. And it seems like Florida, it is sort of the one-off from what we see the rest of the season. And there goes NEAL out in front. So new lead change. NEAL now out in front, picking up where he left off in round number 1. But again, this round, it is unique in what the rest of the series races throughout the year. We race up in South Carolina. You know, that's got some sand mixture, but it's almost like the melting pot of track conditions and track terrain that we face. The sand in Florida, we just don't see that the rest of the year. It's a gnarly track. It's hot. Some of the guys train down here. They're acclimated to it. Some are not. It just depends. Jared McClure now in the 2 spot. And look at the time gap between him and BRYCEN NEAL. Now that NEAL's out front, got that clean air, not taking that sand roost like he was earlier, no doubt about that. But boy, some big gaps right here. There goes Josh Merritt on the number 11 Yamaha in the number 3 spot. And boy, does he have some company. Right now, about 3, 4, 5 riders not too far off his pace. There went the Gator out of McGill. And there is Jay Shadron toward the back of that pack of those front runners. And here comes BRYCEN NEAL looking effortless. Oh, lost the little head nod right there. Lost the camel back. getting bucked around. Jared McClure coming through. Interesting note, as I'd mentioned, a lot of these guys train down in Florida. 2 guys don't. BRYCEN NEAL, who's your leader. Jared McClure, who's in your number 2 spot. I'm not saying it's overrated. I understand why guys train down there in the sand. First of all, it's warm. It's not warm up north in the Northeast, so that makes the most sense to me to go down to Florida and train, but not all guys have that opportunity. Some of these guys got to work a day job. Josh Merritt's still doing well, getting some heat. And Adam McGill doing it for the fans right there. He said, I want you guys to feel like you're part of the race. Kicks up some sand, gets into the berm, and says hello to the fans. One of the fan favorites for sure, Adam McGill, the Gator. BRYCEN NEAL on screen on that Phoenix Racing Yamaha. Just scooting right now. Hauling the mail. Jared McClure in the number 2 spot, still kind of on an island by himself. He's separated himself from the pack right here. Interesting how this one's playing out here early, seeing some big-time separation in the front runners. Didn't quite expect that so early. Hunter Hart in the 3 spot on his Yamaha. So Hunter Hart on the move with the Coltrane in tow. Cole Richardson not far behind. There goes the Gator, Adam McGill. So things starting to develop now. There's Chris Borich, the number 14 Yamaha. He's got some company. And let's see. Top 5. NEAL, McClure, Hart, Richardson, and McGill. Can BRYCEN NEAL make it 2 for 2? We'll be right back. Well, GNCC, as we've mentioned before, more than just the pros. We saw a little bit of the pit bike racing action. This would be our STACYC race. Now, I know what you might be thinking. My goodness, are these kids? They're racing for points. They're racing for paychecks. Okay, that's not true. It's all for fun on a a Saturday evening. But nonetheless, don't tell these kiddos that. They are ripping. They are having the time of their life. And it's just... If you've never been to a GNCC and you got the young whippersnapper, the little Johnny Sprocket, bring them out and race this. I can't encourage you enough. Fun for everybody. I think as much fun for the parents as it is the kids. Crew Russell right there. Oh, see, bar banging action. Love to see it. Little Sean Remington keeping it on 2 wheels. And you got the VIPs out there. You got Ricky Towery, Griff Cotter, DJ Judd. These guys make it happen. George, give George a shout out in there. They make it happen after a long day of working on the grown-up races. But this right here, that is what GNCC is all about. Chris Neal standing by in the Phoenix Racing Yamaha pits. That's the father of that man right there, BRYCEN NEAL, the number 1, who's going to be coming in for a pit stop, I imagine. And we should be able to get a shot of that, as it's all business for B NEAL right now. Comes in, going to get some fuel, going to get a fresh set of goggles, a little rehydration, some words of encouragement. And look at that, no sense of urgency out of BRYCEN NEAL. He knows he's controlling the pace of this race.
Oh, he likes the sand. He loves the sand. He dreams about sand. He just wants to ride and do the best he can and have fun in the sand.
So if there was any question whether or not the man from Ohio likes the sand, here's your answer. In Dad's words, BRYCEN NEAL likes the sand. I know on the 2-wheel side, Jordan Ashburn likes the mud, but apparently BRYCEN NEAL on the 4-wheel side, he likes the sand. And I would say he does, as this has been an absolutely impressive ride by BRYCEN NEAL in the sands of Florida. And just, you can just see it right here on MAV TV. You watch them, these guys, they take a beating. This is an exhausting race, to say the least. And then you throw on top of it that battle you just saw right there. You could throw a baby blanket over about 3 different riders, all battling for 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Back out front with BRYCEN NEAL enjoying that clean air, somewhat clean air, nonetheless. And the number 3, Hunter Hart, leading this pack of hungry riders for the final podium positions. Coltrane trying to make something happen back there. We'll see if he's able to do it. But boy, look at Brycen Neal, man, just flawless riding from him so far, and I gotta hand it to Hunter Hart. He has done very well holding off Jared McClure and Cole Richardson to this point. Been a great ride. How about this? Brycen Neal, man, always got the water bottle in the mouth. You know, that'll be, you know, a handoff or something from the pits. I feel like he hangs on to that for miles. Most guys, you know, they drink it down, it's gone. Not the case with Brycen Neal. He's if nothing else, he's slow at drinking the water. He paces himself there. He's moving fast on the track, but he's pacing himself with the water and staying hydrated. See? Still has that water bottle in his mouth. It's impressive. That's all I'm saying. Good ride. Look at this battle right here. Hunter Hart, oh, shaking his head. He knows he's getting some pressure. Good job answering to it and holding him off for a moment. The number 9, Jared McClure, falls back into the 4 spot. And we'll see where McClure ends up now, see if he can answer back to Cole Richardson. So now the Cole train up into the number 3 position. And Cole goes to work on Hunter Hart. Gave him a few love taps, let him know he's there. Every position matters this season. Valuable points just up ahead of you. This 3-way battle, called a battle for second. That's exactly what it is. And the Gator, Adam McGill, not too far off their pace. The 521 Honda, kind of on an island by himself back there. There goes Jay Shadron. Woo, we got a good one. Brycen Neal trying to stay perfect. We'll be right back after this. This broadcast of GNCC Racing on MAV TV is brought to you by Specialized. It's you, only faster. And Rocky Mountain ATVMC.com. Get ready. Well, watching Brycen Neal. Well, no, we're watching the battle right here. Brycen Neal's still out in front. Okay, that is Neal. Thought that was a battle for second, but that is Brycen Neal. We are watching there on the Yamaha Racing Skycam. Poised, locked, loaded, and ready to bring it into the finish line for what will be his second win of the season. And here we go. What a ride by the Bidwell Bullet here today. Him against a racetrack. That was it. A fist in the air. Overall, another day at the office for B. Neal. Just an absolutely impressive ride. Quick off the machine, handshakes all around. Again, I don't know what else to say. I mean, the man is riding on another planet right now. Barely even mouth breathing. I mean, all smiles. He's going to be tough to beat this year.
It feels really good. You know, I love racing the sand. The sand's always one of my favorite things to ride in, train in. So, you know, Walker, he's never been defeated on this property, and all winter up until the season opener. You know, this one was the one circle on the map that, you know, we got to battle with him last 3 years, and he's looking forward to a good fight. But, you know, we just did our thing today. We just got a good start, got off the line early, got into a good position, and man, we just held the lead and just clicked off clean laps. Just try to stay out of trouble and bring this thing home. No matter which way you slice it, that track takes all 100% of what you got. So the track was the biggest competitor today, as it is every year. You know, this Wild Boar GNCC, it's gnarly. I mean, there ain't nothing like this that I've seen with in any of my years of racing, hardly anywhere else. But this track for 2 hours, and the dirt bike guys tomorrow for 3 hours, just pounded sand whoops, just pounding the entire time. No break, no let up, no smooth part on the track whatsoever. So it's definitely 100% on the body today.
Well, a moment ago we caught Hunter Hart coming through the finish line. So watching Hunter Hart, Jared McClure, or excuse me, Cole Richardson finishing in the 2 spot. There is Hart on the number 3 machine coming through the finish and taking the checkers.
You know, I had some good lines. Picked out there, was able to make some passes and just keep pushing, you know. Just kind of didn't put myself in a good spot off the start to be able to hang with Brycen, and unfortunately some other guys let him by, and I kind of just watched him ride off into the sunset. And then once you can't see him, you can't catch him. But no, hey, we hung in tough there that last lap. You know, really worked hard this offseason on not folding that last lap when it gets gnarly. And yeah, we didn't fold today. And you know, another second. You know, it's not a win, but hey, we're making improvements.
Well, taking a look at the top 10 again. Neal taking the second win of the year in 2 rounds of racing. Hart with the 2 spot. Saw the Coltrane finishing in 3rd. McGill 4th. Great day.
We got off to actually a decent jump and just got I don't know, tangled up with some people in the 1st and 3rd corner and kind of was towards the back. We got up, I don't even know what position. I didn't even know who was out front. I figured BRYCEN was out front. Jared was a surprise. I actually didn't even know he was up there. Hunter got around me. We was running a really good race. You know, we're comfortable. We didn't cramp. Hams are fine. We're good for Georgia. And, you know, we had a little bit in the tank, but the track was definitely hard to get out of the ruts to, you know, try and make passes, and there was a lot of risk. And, you know, the guy that I'm battling with right now in points, you know, I was 2nd last race. He was 3rd, and, you know, vice versa this race. So we're tied, and we know we'll be good for Georgia. And, you know, no cramps, no blisters, nothing. So bring on next weekend.
Now taking a look at the specialized race recap. How about this? The XC1, the rookie, Wyatt Wilkin. Little checkup from the neck up. He goes up and he gets himself a whole shot, courtesy of All Balls Racing, and got to enjoy the lead early in this one. I got to think for Wyatt Wilkin. Anybody who thinks, well, yeah, he didn't last out front, that's fine. That is totally fine. What a huge step up it is. You ask anybody who's gone from the XC2 to the XC1, talk about the pace. Talk about how difficult it is to be a contender at that level. So I think for Wyatt Wilkin, he's checking all the right boxes. Jared McClure enjoyed the lead in this one for a pretty extended period of time in the beginning. And then the defending champ went to work. BRYCEN NEAL got out front and never looked back, controlling the pace. But boy, meanwhile, it was an absolute dogfight throughout much of the day. Hunter Hart, Jared McClure, and the Coltrane, Cole Richardson's battling back and forth. Eventually, Hart would find himself in the 2 spot. The Coltrane would find himself in the 3 spot. And as a matter of fact, McClure, if I'm not mistaken, ended the day with a 5th as Adam McGill got around him in the 4 spot. So not sure a little mistake or what happened there, but McGill able to get around him. But boy, when the checkered flag flew for the 2nd time this year, it was the Bidwell Bullet, BRYCEN NEAL. That's going to wrap things up for us here at GNCC. I'm Mikey Waynes. We'll see you at the races.